Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an ozfortress Season 29 cast of the Week 1 of High. We are going to be watching Grogged versus Rhodes Island. I'm Michael, joined by Ceejaey tonight. How are you going today?
I'm doing really well. I'm pretty excited to see my first Australian game in a while. I've never casted one before, so looking forward to just coming at it with this sort of a fresh viewpoint, not knowing any of the players.
Yeah, no, definitely. And this is a game to go. It's a good first game, is what I should be saying, instead of fumbling all over myself. We're in the high division, so for those of you who maybe haven't watched the most recent season of ozfortress High, it's a relatively new division, introduced last season because of how many teams we had sign up. It sits just below Premier, which is our top division, and is essentially run the same. It's limited to 8 teams. All teams will play each other, and they know all their games from the start of the season. It's all seeded, and games are generated on day 1 based on that. So this game is Seed 4 versus Seed 5, like I said, Grogged and Rhodes Island. And they'll be playing each other on Granary and Sunshine. So two pretty polar opposite maps, if you ask me, Ceejaey. Yeah, definitely, as we should be getting this game underway any second. It's kind of hard to do predictions considering you're not too familiar with either of these teams, and I'm not too familiar with the Asians, but regardless of that, we are underway. Like I said earlier, ozfortress Season 29 High, Week 1 of Grogged versus Rhodes Island, and I'm watching Ghosty this mid, Ceejaey.
He's so fast to mid. Oh my days, he's there like in nearly 10 seconds before Noxu there, and he was just getting out these stickies, just putting down the pressure. Big jump in from ear, but he's just taking now. There's so much damage on Grogged right now, but it's all about if the cleanup can come in, and there we go. Both scouts are down. Omni, Deadstar, Noxu has also gone down. Both scouts for Rhodes Island are so weak, but they're just getting healed up here, and no kills come at the end. Neva does go down, but that's a pretty comprehensive win at the start for Rhodes Island.
Yeah, and both of these teams making me eat my words. Both going left, first mid. That definitely caught me a bit off guard watching them, but they did the opposite of what teams normally do, where they both go right. So, we have uber advantage for Rhodes Island right now, but I don't think they'll end up pushing it. Level 2 gun up for Grogged, JD himself on 95 uber, so if they try and make anything happen here, they will get a surprise shiny player. But no, nothing will happen. We're just going to see a bit of a stalemate, both demos spamming through this left side door from Rhodes Island's perspective.
Yeah, if they wanted to push last there based on that ad, it was about a 10-second ad just because, JD wasn't building. No suicide going there from EO, but it doesn't work out because that sentry is just watching the door. The counter sack is also denied by Ghosty. So, yeah, they needed to kind of already be into lobby on last by the time that mid cap was done. They just maybe not wanting to overstep their boundaries and just take it a little bit easy. And I guess they're happy with the stalemate. They've got a sniper now. He has respawned on the sniper, so maybe they're going to try and get an angle for him now.
Yeah, definitely. The soldier off-classing onto the sniper, not something you normally see too much on, especially on Sunshine. I feel like the double soldier bomb into last to try and force is pretty value. But yeah, it might be something they don't expect. JD, his head is peeking over those boxes, and he tries to take the shot but does not get it. JD, he's got to realize, okay, he's crouching now behind the box. Realized the tippy top of his head was peeking up, and he's even got the tall hat as well, so pretty easy to be seen. We're just
that tall hat with little fire as well, just making people know. Yeah, I'm behind these crates and not showing any fear though. I quite like sniper on this map actually. We see the counter bomb again coming in, but KPC this time is going to be the one that gets taken out. I do quite fancy the sniper on this map because you can rotate between top right, lower left, and then you can go even underground. Like there's 3 different angles you can go. You just rotate the combo with the sniper, and you can get some pretty decent angles across the board. And obviously you can get that spam from the onto the sentry as well. But it looks like he doesn't want to snipe anymore, Mike. He wants to go for that spy play.
He does have the spy. And how ballsy is he going to be with this? Is he going to run up and just uncloak right behind the combo? Because if he does, it's wide open right now. JD's back to him. No one's looking. Yeah, no, he comes in, drops JD. No Ubers happened. just the drop, and we are going to see the Uber of Rhodes Island come in any moment now. Going through the door as the Stickies are dead. Lego and Ghosty taking the helm on this one. Gun goes down immediately. The Heavy has come out on the other spawn, and it hasn't been dealt with yet. But Lego on the point, almost completely uncontested. Gets so much cap time for his team, but they just couldn't deal with the Heavy and the rest of the Grogged roster that came out of that spawn at full health. So trying to make a play happen off of the drop. You've got your trying to make another play for his team, but that's a Heavy on the point. It won't result in anything, and we're gonna look like it's even Ubers at mid here.
Yeah, even Ubers. JD respawned, and with that Uber, it just kind of worked out exactly even, which I'm sure both teams are aware of. That was a pretty decent push. They just didn't manage to get down Noxu, and it does look like Rock want to start pushing mid here. Getting aggressive with Flowers, but they're taking a lot of damage, and so does JD. He has to back away. Doesn't want to risk losing his life there. Down to about 60 HP, and now it's Rhodes Island time. They're saying, okay, we've dealt you a bunch of damage, time for us to take this ground and see what we can do with it. And Ghosty is the furthest one forward, takes a bit of a rocket to the face there, and they actually do lose Ear, who obviously tried to go in for a sack. It just didn't work out for him, and now we see the soldiers. KPC is over really high, lands right on the medic, but doesn't do any damage. He Goomba stomps him, but hits the rocket onto somebody else and does die. So both medics retain 100% charge for the time being.
Yeah, not even getting the consolation onto Mansalute. Put him on 9 health there. But yeah, even Uber's still both teams on mid. And do we have another spy? Yeah, he's left the spawn. Can he make it 2 for 2?
Hey, if it worked the first time, it's going to work the second time. I mean, yeah, did everything that he could do, right? He got the drop on that last push. And if he can do it again, and it looks like he is in behind enemy lines, and this is what I like from Rhodes Island right now. He's the aggression coming in from the team. Nobody is wearing. He's shanked him once. Oh, nobody sussed him at all. He was the imposter, and nobody knew.
Oh my god, JD just hadn't turned. They were oblivious to it. JD stared him in the eyes and accepted him as a teammate, only for the espionage to fall short, but a good bomb coming in from Neva. Doesn't get too much, just a bit of damage on the players, aside from JD. So with Duck spawning, he's actually come up, he's going to try his hand on Spy now. And
yeah,
we'll see how he does.
I'm liking these spy plays. I want to see if Grogged do the same thing that Rhodes Island did, because often we see teams, they get a spy and then they're just like, okay, go stab something. But you need that aggression from the rest of your team just to pressure the areas, and it's what they're doing. KPC spamming some rockets, just providing a distraction, because if nothing's going on, people start to get a little bit touchy. They might look around, do they have enough class? But if you're constantly putting the aggressions on, actually Ear types into the chat, get off spy. So I think I hear he's been rumbled already. He's onto the point, but doesn't manage to get it cleaned up by Mansalute. So far this has been on the wire, Michael. I mean, 0-0, and it's just kind of back and forth, a bit touchy.
Yeah, just seeing these spies getting right in front of the medic. As a medic player myself, my heart is in knots. But we do have actually an Uber being initiated from red lobby by Rhodes Island. So they did a bit of a rat play, and they've left Ghosty behind in lobby. He looks like he's going to get killed by Duck. KPC losing his life in the fight on second as well. But you've got the entirety of Grogged in lobby here, and they're taking so much damage. Deadstar does go down. Duck, the only healthy player fighting, as Omni's just coming towards the shutter now. But both meds, they're so low. Suwawa having to go back and get a pack as, oh boy, Grogged, they're coming forward. JD has actually walked forward, committed way too hard. Nice midi from Nox to knock him up and get the kill, but it is too late. JD has fallen, and this bat cap from KPC is going to end up resulting in probably nothing as Mansalute fights Deadstar on last. And, oh wait, okay, he stops it, but it's his one player
against the 2v1. Oh, I mean, respect for that play, though. I mean, He's there against a fully buffed scout with a medic, kills both of them, and it's like, come on, boys, can anyone else pick up a frag right now? but no, he was the last one alive. That was a really great play by Rhodes Island. They went through flowers all the way into under and wrapped from behind through lobby. They didn't even know that they were behind until the Uber exchange was happening, and they just got that great exchange. But look at the speed of Ahuru there. He is the fastest one there onto that bell tower, and it's just getting some spam down, but he just gets spammed out by the rest of the stickies, and this is going to be a full-on clash between the two sides. JD's gone down to the pipes of Ghosty.
Yeah, as Omni, he's trying to get something in return, getting aggressive onto Ceejaey, but will not find anything. Duck trying to go through now, gets a light splash on his first rocket. KPC will try and make something happen, but Ghosty, nice pipe to shut him down, and Noxu, he should get out here. No one's chasing, he's got a pack now, and he's going to look to meet up with JD. And they are in a bit of a tough spot here. Nox, oh no, don't tell me he gets caught by Ghosty here. He will get out. Ghosty won't chase that far, but Lego will. Going pretty far and unders. Does some damage, but nothing comes of it. They'll cap second up now, and they've got this full Uber advantage going against the NG. This is going to be their opportunity for a swift second round.
Noxu must have been just clenching a little bit there. I mean, he was just, every time you thought he was safe, he just got chased by another player. And it's going to be the same, looks like it's going to be the same push. There is a Sentry, there is also a Brass Beast Heavy, which is almost Sentry 2.0, and the Sentry's not getting focused this time. They're going for the Heavy. They haven't actually got the Heavy. They finally do get the Sentry down, but Omni is gunning people down left, right, and center. Mansalute is flying through the air, and Ceejaey realized, yeah, that was not Gucci. I am out of here. He's already on mid. It looks like Ahu wants to chase. Actually gets a nice bomb. It does hit the rocket, and that's a very, very late death for Rhodes Island Medic.
Yeah, that is a 17-second respawn. So, and Mansalute's only just spawned. They shouldn't be able to fight mid here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a sack or two. Eru was trying to go into a position to get it done, but he got forced out by Duck, so they will be able to take mid. Ceejaey, I mean, you know, silver lining to the late death, he does get the forward spawn, but it's still full Uber disadvantage, and it wouldn't shock me if they just give up second here the moment they see they're coming through Cafe.
Yeah, Neva is hanging around, so is EO. Both soldiers are there, maybe going to try and go for a force. Actually, they do big bomb in, and they use before they even risk. Both soldiers down, but I do think the rest are going to... Actually, no, Omni's still on the chase here. Ghosty is under so much pressure and eventually does go down, so no soldiers and no demo for last. And I think Grogged want to push it in here. They're already in on last. Second isn't even capped. Omni's onto the last point. Mansalute this time is the one on the heavy, but they're just not close enough. They do get one, they get two, and Deadstar's coming in. He's going to 1v1 that heavy. He's so weak, but I think they're going to hold on to it.
No way. Oh, that was so clutch coming in. The arrows onto the heavy just kept him alive long enough to be a nuisance, and that will be Rhodes Island. They'll repel the last push. That aggression from Omni to open all of that up, chasing so far in the lobby. That's really good. And speaking of Omni, he's on Sniper watching Choke right now, and he's on Tetris, so whether they come from Choke or from the Valley, and that's where they go. Ceejaey does drop the full Uber down, as they are gonna actually do a pretty good job at holding this. JD does go down, so it's just a scrappy DM fight on mid. Omni's still on the Sniper, so you can call it a 3v3, as it actually is 2v2 now. Demo and Sniper versus the double scout, and I don't think you need to be a super intelligent player to know how this goes, although make me eat my words, Omni hit a good shot. As it's actually going to be, it's going to be JD doing a good chunk of the damage. Mansalute will chase Omni, as he's on, what, 12 health now? 1v1ing the Sniper. Omni needs one more shot and he'll get it.
He taunts as well, the BM. He even types in chat, what are you doing? We were talking about that cleanup from the scouts, and it looks so well for Rhodes Island. They managed to take down JD with that bomb from Ghosty in here, and then the scouts came in, just started cleaning house, but Omni, just with those body shots from the Sniper, manages to just defend his medic, and JD also contributing with those arrows as well. And it's pretty much equal Ubers here. It's about like 10% ad for JD right now. Grogged on mid, maybe not wanting to push with that small of an ad, as they can probably hear that Lego is building with his medic. But yeah, I mean, that could have been so much worse. If Mansalute takes down Omni there on mid, then JD is alone in Choke and may well also die, and then that's pretty much second given to Rhodes Island. But it's turned around to an equal Uber situation, and they're still in control of mid. And Omni, still on Sniper, is going to be looking for an angle here.
If he gets something, there's no way. It's second. It's the worst point to peek on this map. He's trying to make something happen in choke, though. You've got Ceejaey all the way at the back. He's trying to get a little bit forward here. No! What is that angle? That's gross! That's gross! That's from choke all the way up the spiral!
That's filthy. He was cursed of the caster. You couldn't think he would get the angle, but he does. He's still pushing forward, taking the heals. Big jump from Neva. Oh, no, he's going to go for it. He does get the force. He's also going to try and go for Omni here. Will he survive? Omni just can't die right now. He's just indestructible. It doesn't matter who's chasing him. If it's a scout or a soldier, he is living. And he is being an absolute terror in the sides of Rhodes Island right now. Ceejaey 2 drops in a row, both from the sniper, and yeah, they have a heavy on last, they have an NG on last. This is going to be turtling up. Even though it's equal Ubers here, they're going to be worrying about this sniper.
Yeah, surely. It's like, he's so passive at this point, just sitting on second, waiting for something to happen. He's scoping out lobby for his team, actually, no pun intended. He's seen that it's empty, so duck, he'll look forward, and actually he'll back up. They're, like, lobby is just no man's land right now. Finally, the soldiers of Rhodes Island, they'll spam it a little bit, but they're just both backing out. Neither team wants lobby here, and both teams should want it. If you're Rhodes Island, take it to deny the sniper. If you're Grogged, take it to give room to your sniper.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know whether it's just a case of Rhodes Island are fearing like the sniper, and Grogged are fearing the aggression from Rhodes Island, because we've seen this crazy aggression in their ear. As soon as there is even a sniff of a sniper, he is bombing, and Neva is now off-classed on to the sniper as well, and he's going to go maybe for Omni's actually peeking under right now. Neva has had a free shot on Noxu, but doesn't actually manage to get it. So now this is going to be a really tentative sort of point, and Omni goes down. Ia trades his life for the sniper, and now that's going to give a little bit more space to Neva. No, he switched off onto the soldier, so they just wanted sniper. Clearly not happy with the sniper on the field, and they just want to play things a little bit more cookie cutter right now.
Yeah, I don't mind it too much, honestly. It's just sacking the soldier in for the sniper. You know that the sniper's a scout player, and their combo scout at that. They've probably figured that out by this point, so they're not going to push with him down. And Omni, he's feeling it tonight, and you can't blame him. Up on the sniper again. And actually, we have a spy up. Spy, I think he's checking the sniper, is he? Yeah, he's checking the sniper. So he's got the intel, but not soon enough.
Yeah, Ghosty also got some intel, which was a bullet to the face there. Well, not quite the face, it was a body shot, but Omni's still there. Like, he's just taking the space, and KPC is getting the space for him, but Noxu goes down. They're getting a lot of kills here, and they get the force, but with no demo man, maybe Rhodes Island are going to be tempted to push out a little bit here. No, just look at Grogged. They're on the other side of the map, and Lego is in behind now, trying to get some damage down, but realizes, hey, that's an entire enemy team there. Maybe I'm not going to go for a kill.
Okay, well, that's the engineer down. So I imagine Omni is going to try and combine with the soldier here to spam it down. The soldier will get the final rocket and take it down, as JD's got a Zuba. They're still pushing with the sniper, and if Omni can hit shots, especially on this heavy, this is going to make this push very easy. The Uber does come in, heavy falls, and actually Ceejaey, at the very beginning of all of that, does die to the headshot. Lego going down to Omni as well, and they will tie it up 1-1 with 13 minutes left.
See, that was a much better way of pushing Lasso. They were just constantly putting pressure, and as soon as they had a pick and they had that advantage in terms of Uber, they didn't use their Uber until they were basically on top of the heavy. So far, when we saw Rhodes Island pushing last, they were using very early, and they just weren't getting that pressure onto the heavy. But new mid-fight, and both demos kind of arriving at similar times here. And again, it's Ahu taking the high ground, just getting pressure and that spam. And it looks like Rhodes Island here are a little bit bunched up on their side of the map.
Yeah, all sitting by their Tetris right now. Neva the first to die, Lego falling shortly afterwards, and Mansalute is pretty low, needs some healings, and he's just taking the beam while walking forward and trying to fight Deadstar. But Deadstar, he'll turn his attention with Nox, kill Ewer, and that is going to be the rest of Rhodes Island leaving through choke. But Duck, he's getting a bit keen. Mansalot's staying forward for it. That is not the position you want to be in, buddy. Omni will come in and clean that one up, and Ceejaey and Ghosty, they should be safe from here on out.
Yeah, if they played a little bit passive, a little bit more together, maybe second was defendable. But no, they have another couple of players in the spawn queue for another few seconds. Equal Ubers, and yeah, Rhodes Island find themselves on last again, and that just wasn't what we've seen from them the first couple of mid-fights. They were being aggressive earlier on, they were trying to go across the point, go for those picks, but they didn't get anything. They killed KPC, and then they just sort of backed away and tried to play a little bit defensively, and I don't know whether they're just sort of getting a little bit nervous or fearing some of the things that they've seen, but onto another last situation. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Omni just run in to get onto that sniper off class as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, I almost wanted at this point. Right, but instead, actually, no, they're not going to sack. They're going to just trade Ubers here. Scout Uber on Scout Uber. Nothing's going to happen. They're just going to leave, and maybe a soldier will chase Omni and will take some damage along with KPC. Yeah, it's just going to pretty much stale out here. Both teams will build up their Ubers again while they try to spam to pad their damage, because who likes stalemates? They make my damage go down.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about flexing those lugs later. Deadstar doesn't care about his lugs. He's just running in and takes down Ghosty. Just Ghosty had no protection. Omni also dies, but Deadstar just ran in and could have got another kill there. He just, maybe needed a little bit of damage from another source, but no demo down. And that doesn't matter for Rhodes Island. They want to take lobby despite not having a demo. And maybe they think because Omni's died, he's going to respawn on Sniper, and they want to get that aggression and make sure they're holding lobby before that happens. But Omni's come back on the Scout, and clearly they feel it's not worth it right now, because so far, just going in for these trades, going in for these sacks, and sending in a player just to DM people seems to be doing the trick.
Yeah, and I mean, you've got the off classes on Rhodes Island. Yo was on the heavy for a second, but he's come up on the Sniper now, going to take his hand at it. The spy master himself of this game, at least, goes forward and actually gets a very easy shot onto Nox, knocked up by Nava's rocket. Will get the full charge body shot, and if there was going to be a time to push out, it would be now. You've got Ceejaey getting pretty aggressive here in lobby, pretty much on the pack. They might try and take a trade here. It wouldn't shock me, as they're pushing out lower left lobby, getting really far in. This isn't really the position you want to be in when you are looking to take a trade. So they get forced so early by the duck bomb. Last second pop by Ceejaey there, and they're going to get nothing with it. JD's safe, and they're just going to use it on the point. Walking forwards, Deadstar, KPC, Uber, they'll get disconnected from the medic, so not much of an Uber anymore, as you've just got players in, trying to clean things up. Deadstar on last with the rest of his team, but Ceejaey, it's a bit of a scrappy fight here.
It's just turned into DM on last, and people are jumping around. There's a lot of weak players. It does look like Rhodes Island are going to hold on to it unless these scouts can clean up everything. No, JD gets taken down as well. The problem was there that Grogged were held a little bit back because Nava jumped in behind on Flowers, and while the rest of the team were going forward, Noxu had to just kind of look behind and be like, yo, there's a soldier here and he's kind of just going to jump on our med if we're not careful. And without that demo sticking up last, there just wasn't that damage potential in time. And yeah, this is absolutely flipped on its head right now, because Rhode Island, 90% they lose. Man salute though.
Does he do it again? Does he do it again? He's on Tetris. It's the same spot. He's swinging. He's swinging. No. Oh, he's got eyes on Ceejaey. He gets it. No. He's backing out. No. 3 drops for Omni on the sniper class, every single one of them. That leads to the complete crumble.
Like that. 3 drops to sniper. I mean, people need to be, I don't know whether it's a communication issue, if people aren't saying, yo, there's a sniper over there, or whether people just don't respect the sightlines, because Omni has been hitting his shots and has been landing the damage. But great, look at this, just the pressure coming in. Wow, takes down 2.
Although
it's not going to be enough though. What?
Yeah, Nava got him behind and cleaned up 2 for himself, including JD. Found JD and Omni in the back in lobby, while Duff was, bringing his own heroics. But that is actually going to be a push out. They're going to take second. That is not what I expected from that mid play.
I mean, respect to Nava. He twice in a row now he saved his team from the last point just by being behind and collapsing from that other direction, and Grogged's just not prepared for it. But again, it's kind of like just rewind a couple of minutes. We're back in the same situation. Rhodes Island are pushing mid with an Uber. It looks like they want to go through Cafe. And there is no sniper on Omni this time, but can they get through without losing too many players this time around?
Yeah, they've managed to enter without losing anyone to the sticks. KPC high bomb, but Suawa is in a good position to surf forward. And actually with Ghosty in the beam now, quite aggressive. JD is locked in Cafe, but will get his Uber just in time to go onto mid and fight this. But they're getting sandwiched here. You've got Mansalute on mid and the rest of Rhodes Island behind them. So this is going to end up a very scrappy fight. You've got KPC down. No, never mind. KPC is alive. That was Duck who died on mid. But you've got JD and KPC now trying to meet up with their scouts in Cafe. They won't fight. They didn't have players forward in time. And,
it was a good idea. It just they dropped Noxu. They dropped the demo when they were trying to defend mid, and you cannot do that. You cannot drop your demo if you want that firepower to win an extended fight. And look at Ghosty, so far forward now, got Lego for company, big bomb from here, tries to get a decent damage onto Omni. That second rocket does hit. So, one scout down here for Grogged, and their medic JD is just running away because he has a lot of damage put onto him. And yeah, just look how weak he is right now, like 20 HP, he's still jumping around, just putting pressure, it's that face value of the aggression, just walking forward, faking your HP, and people are like, yo, this soldier's jumping at me. I'm not quite sure how healthy he is, and they just realize they can't win that fight based off of that, and the Uber's coming in to last already.
Yeah, Neva with the big bomb in does. I believe it was him who got the force. JD was so far away from that Uber, it had to have been him. But Mansalute will die as well as the sacking player. Will they be able to push out? Omni has found himself right in front of Yor. Got a lot of damage onto him, but hasn't taken a lot himself. Now gets the damage done onto him. Ghosty will clean that up with a well-placed sticky. And Yor still kind of in the low ground. Does get cleaned up by Deadstar, but they've lost Omni, and that is just going to kill the momentum. I think Rhodes Island may have figured out what they need to do. These past few pushes, they've killed Omni, walked in, and they've had a lot of success with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the heavy that is the problem so far. It's just the tankiness of that spun up Brass Beast heavy. If you don't eliminate him out of the equation quick enough, then it's just going to clean up your team when you're trying to be capping the point. And we do see Omni, he went onto the spy class just for a moment, maybe just checking what classes on the other team, and ER has spawned on the spy. So I'm not sure if the spawns coincided. If they're aware, he almost gets, I think KPC knows he's checking. I think ER might just get out.
Yeah, they know.
And yeah, they know. I don't know whether they knew from the spawn, but he definitely nudged him as he walked in there. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he still goes for it.
It's a bit difficult for him to not, because otherwise he's got to walk all the way back to his own last. And I don't think that's worth it, right? It is better off, honestly, to just walk in, try for the play, and die.
Yeah, just get a kill and yeah, just respawn.
Yeah, like it would just be faster if you really weren't feeling the play to just kill blind immediately. You know, like it's a long walk back.
Can you see where Deadstar's sentry is? Like, it's... I've never seen anyone put a sentry here.
This is actually one of the most common spots in the Oz region.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, a lot of teams put it... It denies the soldier bomb really wherever it comes from, especially from that top left door. I've seen teams try to put their demo far right, like Noxu was doing now, and they rely on one soldier and the gun to deny any sacks coming in from top left. So, yeah, it is pretty common. Saw it a bit in the Prem game that happened last night that we casted. And, he's finally made his play in, trying to get something. What's he going to do? He's sitting by the spawn there. He'll just uncloak and go for it now. But, everyone's looking. He won't be able to find much. And actually, Omni's come up on Pyro. But while all that's happening, actually, the Uber's come in and has been completely denied. So Wawa's gotten absolutely nothing with that.
I think they were hoping that EO was going to get the stab. He was very, very close, but just gets caught by KPC, who just kind of turns around at just the right time and gets the rockets onto the spy. And I think it was well played by EO. Like, he waited enough time to maybe make the enemy team think he'd walked all the way back to spawn. JD is actually taking a lot of damage, not popping, but looking at the scout, getting in behind, and Neva's running in behind as well. This is potential for a bit of a flank here, and there's no one on last other than a sentry, and Mansalute's not going to win that 1v1. The force comes out on JD here, Michael, but it's not looking too good for Rhode Island to defend mid.
No, definitely not. Deadstar using the crit of the Frontier Justice to kill Lego, who was trying to duel him on last. You've just got Suwawa on the spawn right now, but he is very safe. Will meet with his forward spawners, and it's actually going to end up being even Ubers. That's probably the best case scenario for Rhodes Island here, is that it's even.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Suwawa managed to get out there when things were going a little bit wrong. And maybe Grogged are going to start thinking they have a bit more of an advantage based off of that. They're taking a lot of spam. They're trying to bust in here through flowers. Both soldiers taking the high ground. And they're trying to get in. JD is so weak. He's 40, 50 HP.
Got down to 9!
Our control point is being captured.
Oh no.
See, the irony is that if he'd had Uber, he would have probably popped there. But because he didn't, he had no choice other than to just hope that there wasn't enough damage. And they have the charge and they're going to use it early. Maybe they think they have an advantage, so Wawa's going to use that charge just straight away. And they're going to start cleaning people up. But no, Ghosty gets dropped. No demo for this last point. And if I was Grogged right now, I'd be re-pushing it. We're going to rotate to the high ground right now. And Manslew's going to see that, tell his team, yo, we need to do something about this. Dead Star will die. Neighbor's doing a grand job in trying to deny this right now. And so many stickies on the point, but it's not blue stickies, it's red stickies. So much damage. Lego Manslew on the cleanup crew again. And once again, Michael, we're seeing a last push just end up in a wipe for the attacking team.
Yeah, and with only 48 seconds left, it's out of the question for Rhodes Island to win it at this point. It's just not enough time for them to push all the way through to last. They need to play safe here and not get too reckless. I don't mind pushing in the mid considering they are player advantage and there's no soldiers on the side of Grogged. They're pushing forward. JD, he was a little far forward, but Lego isn't going to be able to do anything from it. You've got players falling. Actually, that's a complete wipe from the side of Rhodes Island, although hang on, Nave's still on mid, but he should die here. Dead Stars in his face. 15 seconds! Oh,
There's only going to be 3 spawns. There's going to be 3 spawns.
And Duck, he's on the wrong door. Is it enough? No, it's not. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, here
Do
we
we go to a golden cap here? I just have to point out JD with a fantastic surf on mid. If that was just, any more time to play, he surfed all the...
11:30, who knows? As we do have this golden cap underway, Ceejaey. Who are you watching on this mid?
I want to watch Ghosty. I want to see what he's going to be doing. He's been fast at mid. He's been aggressive. I want to see if he's going to be able to deal with the soldier on the bell tower, because that's been the biggest boon for Grogged during these mid fights. Ghosty again is the fastest one there. Noxu gets into flowers, takes the sticky, and it's actually Ia who takes the bell tower first this time. KPC going around and Duck's gone down. So big bomb in from Ia, just taking that space, and the aggression comes in. They're cleaning up. KPC is down, but Suwawa has died here, Michael.
Yeah, gone down so low. They're going to have to do their best to try and get JD. He is unhealthy, but Ghosty and Lego, their positions are both known. Dead Star gone down very low, will die. Lego's found his way outside of Cafe, but Omni has found him. Ghosty, he just got hit by everything there. I think even an arrow may have nicked him. Wait.
He took down JD. He took down JD with the last ditch pipe. I just love the way that Rhodes Island played there. That was fantastic. Just, we saw Ia on the bell tower. He just counter jumped KPC and they managed to get the pressure down, but they didn't get the medic, and their medic died. And as the longer the fight went on, it just turned into cleanup easily for Grogged. But Ghosty, just really healthy, even after his med died, just throwing in those pipes and getting it done. And they actually have an advantage now, but it's not huge, Michael. It's like, do we want to push on 20% ad when we don't have mid? It's risky.
This is where you employ the stalemate strategy and make these poor Australians want to go to bed. That's the call I'm making if I'm anyone, but they don't want it. They're going to push this 20% ad on Sunshine, and it's a rough call. JD, he's passive in his own flowers with a scout on him. Both scouts on him, actually. So it's even now. They can't push it. Lego gets dropped. Ghosty does as well. Suwawa's Uber's on no one. They're going to kill Neva even before they can get it done. They're just going to kill everyone. No one got this Uber at all. The only player that was healed being Yor. The Uber was done as he got healed, and that's a wipe. And surely that's the golden cap, right? Like, there's no way they can recover from this. Full heals. Half of the team of Grogged is already in last. Lego dying, and Ghosty, he's completely alone with no sticks on the point, Ceejaey.
No, he can't do anything. The respawns are coming in though. Neva is able to block it for slightly more, but it's just not going to be enough. That was just... Oh, I was going to say, you know, they should have listened to you, Michael. They should have been like, yeah, let's just drag this out a little bit longer. Let's make what they want to do with those Ubers.
Yeah, as we do have the ready up for Granary. It's been a while, so I'll remind everyone, this is ozfortress Season 29, Week 1 of High. It's Grogged versus Rhodes Island, Seed 4 versus Seed 5 on Granary now. And look, I want to see Ghosty on this mid again, see if he's fast.
He actually gets there slightly later than Noxo and actually takes a sticky as punishment. He's not got heals from his team yet, has to jump down before linking up with his medic. And because of the fact that he's so slow, both soldiers for Rhodes Island have gone down. Everyone else is really weak. Lego, Ghosty, both extremely weak. And there we go. It's going to be a wipe here as Lego surely... he managed to take Duck with him, but it's not enough. And yeah, that speed, we see how the speed of the demo rollout can be integral to a mid-fight. Nox got there first, he threw a sticky out, and Ghosty just happened. The RNG was with him, happened to come out top and took that sticky full frontal. And he just never recovered because he just didn't have that opportunity to get those heals and contribute to the mid-fight. So Rhodes Island on the back foot already.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, even more so, Uber, it's already a no, JD! Right click! You're claiming the first drop of the game again before Ubers can be used. And the gun goes down, but the health on the side of Grogged is very poor. Omni will go forward and find Ceejaey, so it's not too terrible for them. 17-second respawn, that is the best case scenario.
Yeah, it's kind of the best of a bad situation. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't that happen in the last game? Like,
yep.
We had an Uber ad, we didn't see an Uber, and then there was a drop before we even saw an Uber.
And it was the same players. You were dropping JD.
I mean, maybe it's just, you know, talk to me about fate. Maybe that's just the way it has to be between these two teams. But despite that, because Ceejaey died there, where Grogged sent their players forward just to try and get that med pick, they did manage to do that. And they actually have an Uber advantage now. They're at 70%. It's about 30% ad over Ceejaey. And you can tell by their positioning, Ceejaey is by the shutter door here, just building with Lego, because he knows that he doesn't want to get caught out if the Ubers come in from Grogged, as it looks like they're trying to make a move towards choke.
Yeah, they know it's the ad both teams do. Noxu jumping in very far. They're not actually going to use the Uber, trying to, I guess, bait it out a little bit. Omni taking the heals forward will get the cleanup onto Neva. And with Ua stuck behind, he's going to end up... He'll live, actually. He will escape through... not through drop down, that is Lunchbox. As now the Uber does actually get used on the side of Rhodes Island as second gets capped. What last is completely open aside from Ghosty, and he's going to meet up with the rest of his team, getting chased by the fading Uber of Grogged. So many players in from Grogged as they have a one-player advantage. Ceejaey is so low, but just can't go into spawn. It's not the right time to do that. Neva sacrificing himself for the point. Does get the kill onto Omni, but they will fall on the point. Ghosty cannot get his stickies in time, and that will be a quick first round, with Grogged taking the lead initially this time.
Yeah, that was fantastic play by Grogged, actually. They just went forward, knew that they had an ad, and were just trying to bully Rhodes Island, being like, come on to us. And they just didn't want to, because, you know, they just didn't have the ad. This time, Ghosty and Nox come out at exactly the same time. Ghosty deciding to go forward now. We have some decent damage from those crates. It's all going to be about these soldier bombs as they fly through the air. JD is surfing, but he's surely going to crater as he lands there. Demo goes down as well, but again, Rhodes Island sacrificing their two soldiers and hoping the cleanup could come down. Mansalute dead though, and Ceejaey is just trying his desperate to stay alive in his opponent's garage.
Yeah, it's a risky position, but he's making it work for now. He has his Uber going forward. Lego will die. He's just alone with Ghosty now. As he's going forward, they're going to try and get the kill onto Deadstar. But they're just sitting here. They need to be very, very careful. Because Ceejaey, he's got some players coming up behind him now. Deadstar's going forward. Soldier, all of the damage comes in at the wrong time. Ceejaey does not get the pop off. He will drop. As this is actually still mid-fight going on, round 2. Grogged trying to make the re-entry in. Ghosty's very far forward, but the scouts just can't hit him. They'll finally clean him up with both of them there. Man salute, you are both going for the kill onto JD, won't get it. Neva in as well. He's going to do a jump around. He'll get right on top of JD. One good rocket. The second one will not connect though. And that is a very, very long mid that resulted in Grogged winning.
Yeah, I liked mid-fight, but mid-fight 2, Electric Boogaloo was just so much better. I mean, the sequels just, added so much. I mean, just think there, if Ceejaey uses that Uber, he's able to link up with Hill Respawns from his team, because it was only a matter of time before they got sandwiched. And take a look at Grogged right now. They're already in on last. They haven't used the Uber. No fear. There's no sniper in place. They don't have to worry. He is trying to go for the pop, but JD is just dancing around, taking this damage, and Ghosty's dead before the Ubers are even used. But Ceejaey was at 80%, maybe able to buy some time. But no, he's trying to stay alive, dodging Omni. He's into the spawn, but people are on the cap, Michael. And it's TF2. You got to stop that objective.
Yeah, and Duck just completely destroying Yor as he tried to bomb in, just sniping him out of the sky from the pipe. As we have our third mid underway, 3 rounds in 6 minutes. Or rather, third mid in 6 minutes. Pardon my mistake there, as both demos, they're about the same speed again, but Noxu, actually he's decided to go lower this time, getting a good bit of damage onto Ghost. As Ghost, he's eating so much from the rest of Grogged. He's getting an arrow to heal up, and him and his team, they're looking to control this left side. Ducking with the good bomb. Ceejaey gets caught on the lamp. Will get splashed off the wall, but the rest of his team has gone forward, and they're doing a lot of damage. Deadstar, he's separated from Omni here, but he's not getting looked at. It doesn't matter though. Omni's taking so much damage, he will fall to the pipe from Ghost, and they know where Deadstar is at this point. But JD, do not get too keen here, buddy. You need Deadstar to get a kill before anything can happen, and he gets one. And actually, Ghosty, he's low. Deadstar could lose. Not lose. Deadstar could win this, I meant to say, as he does. And JD lives. Good decision not to back out too far, as he can keep building pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, that was a little bit risky. You don't want to be in a situation where your last surviving combat player dies and you just have to hightail it back to your respawns, but they just couldn't get the cleanup. I was thinking, Omni actually just got obliterated. Been so good in doing the denial on his medic. Just the aggression from the 2 Rhodes Island scouts plus Ghosty was enough to be able to pick up a lot of kills, but they just couldn't get that final key one that would have made things a victorious mid for them, the first one so far. But it is pretty much equal Ubers here, so while it's been building, that all of that shenanigans on mid has meant that it is equal Ubers now. But look, Grogged have gone up top.
Yeah, they're pushing it through, and JD and Omni are going through the last. They had to turn back because the Uber was actually brought out from the side of Rhodes Island. Ceejaey using it onto Lego and Ghosty there. I'm not sure what they tried to do with it, but second is still going to get capped here. They're still trying to contest this though. Lego going forward may have bit off a bit more than he can chew. He will live for now as they try to recap the point, but you've got Duck behind. He'll do some damage onto Yor, won't get the kill though as Yor's and Reese up. And this second is going to get capped back up by Rhodes Island.
Yeah, they're going to regain a little bit of control. They're trying to come out. They come out through Z and they're trying to, take back Yard. And Grogged really don't want to fight it. They're 1 soldier down. Deadstar is hiding and he gets found by Mansalute, who just gets a little bit of revenge there. And this may be a trigger for them to just say, hey, let's try busting onto mid, but it is Granary. It's not always the best place to try and push a drive from second to mid. But really interesting play there from Grogged. I mean, they took the players in behind, almost kind of like the flank play we saw from Rhodes Island on Sunshine. When you use that Uber, it doesn't always have to be into the enemy combo. Obviously, you need to make sure the enemy combo uses if it's equal, but they managed to become enough kills that it worked out well for them. But the cleanup again at the end, these scouts for Grogged, scouts for Rhodes Island are putting in a big shift so far.
Yeah, definitely. You've got soldiers trading for each other, neither of them getting the kills to go, the insects of the scout class buzzing around, picking up their prey. As Neva dies as well, this might open an opportunity. You've got Omni, he's walking forward, clearing sticks for his team. JD and Noxu both get through the door as the bomb comes in. KPC will die. Puts Ceejaey very, very low. He's got to go back and get a pack. In the meantime, Omni's come forward. He's used the Uber, has JD onto Omni. Ceejaey's retaliated with the solo onto Lego, but that solo's been ruined. JD and Omni will leave through Z as both teams fade Uber. They are, I imagine, going to continue fighting here on the side of Grogged as they have a scout advantage here, Ceejaey.
Yeah, they're trying to bust out, but great damage in from Duck. Just gets so much down. It's just Ceejaey alone now. Mansalute on the respawn is not going to be able to help out his medic. And they just tried to do the same thing they did before. Go out through Z and retake Yard. Mansalute is trying to hide on last, but he's just going to get absolutely destroyed by the blob of Grogged players. And that's the problem. If you predict that repush out of second into Yard, you send players in. The big bombing from Duck and the damage from Noxu coming in with the pipes. They just got cleaned up so quickly by Omni and Deadstar. And Rhodes Island looking like they're struggling a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, I think a lot of it just comes down to Ghosty's, not really impact, more lack thereof. He's getting shut down on mids a lot. We'll see if he can do anything different this time, as both scouts are just lasering him down with the pistols. But he hasn't even been healed yet. Finally looking to get an arrow, but Ceejaey's actually died. First death of the mid from KPC, as Ghosty and Yua will fall as well. They're going to try and DM this out, try and get onto JD. Lego's already there. Mansalute, he's right on top of it. They can't hit the shots. JD on 20 health. But it just wasn't meant to be. A full wipe from Rhodes Island, as it's so dominant from Grogged right now. It's totally flipped from Sunshine.
Yeah, if you're playing the way that Rhodes Island are playing on mids, you need to make sure you get the enemy medic, because they're playing pretty free and easy with their positioning. Their medic is open to that bomb from KPC, managed to take him down quite comfortably. If you're playing like that, you need to make sure the rest of your players are actually contributing with that aggression and getting the enemy medic, because otherwise you end up in this situation. And again, JD is not having to use until quite late on. No sniper to worry about. Actually, it was, but just didn't hit the shot. Sentry goes down, and Nox trying to put some stickies on the spawn door. There's a lot of cap time already, and yeah, no one from Rhodes Island is in position to block the point.
And that's 4-0. 4-0, and we're only like 11 and a half minutes in. So I'm not too sure. I can't really tell from just watching whether it's like a lack of an idea on how to play the map from Rhodes Island, or if it's just that Grogged are very comfortable on the map. You've got Ghosty taking so much damage, he's not even dropping for the pack. Nox could kill him, and a well-placed stick will. Sniping him from across the map, no demo man. This is a shoddy decision to stay in here. Neighbor's actually up top, destroying KPC. He'll finally get the kill, but drop down and do nothing. And Ceejaey and Lego, they made the wise call, and they are all the way out, at least going to maintain this even Uber situation, unlike previous mids.
Yeah, we see this on a number of mid fights where Ghosty and Nox go to the same place when they roll out, and Ghosty taking a really fat sticky there. Again, like we saw in that first mid fight, has to make sure he stays alive. This time he doesn't drop down, he tries to continue walking across and just gets destroyed. Big bomb in, not going to get the force. Actually, no one's going to die on the side of Grogged, so that sentry is able to give a little bit of area denial. And yeah, Rhode Island, they're one round away from this being over, and Grogged want to hold on to second here.
Yeah, this is a good time to stage a comeback, one round away from defeat. And they are going to look at edging this out. They'll manage to finish it up and do a lot of damage onto KPC at that shutter door, but he will stay alive with some nice arrows from JD. Nave actually leading the Soldier Ubers in 2020. I'm not sure what the Asians are thinking right now, but it seems to have worked well enough. They've kept control of second. Neva will die for him. With the early scout death, they're at a 2-player disadvantage with Duck behind. He's put himself on 10 health though, trying to fight this, and the arrows raining in from Ceejaey. They're actually winning this. They are. Deadstar dying along with JD and Noxu. You've got 2 soldiers up top to worry about though, and Lego, he's come in along with Mansalute. They're going to clean this up, and the double scout medic will live, and they should be able to push this through and cap mid. There's no spawns for a while on Grogged.
Yeah, by the time they spawn, they're just not going to be in a position to be able to contest. Noxu is there. Just going to put some stickies up in choke, because that's all he can really do in this situation. And that's the problem with trying to cap second when it's, an equal Uber situation, but you're doing it dry. If you don't have those spam classes to really just push the defenders back, you end up taking it all yourself, and the cleanup was just so easy for Rhodes Island. And now they have an advantage, and this is the first time in this game we've really seen them with a big opportunity, maybe get around on the board, and they're going to wrap around here. I'm not sure if they've been seen. Duck is hiding and there are stickies all over where Yer's looking to try and push from, but they're already through Lunchbox, Michael. They're just putting so much pressure on, and Ghosty gets dropped.
Oh no demo on the Uber, it's the solo on the Lego. Does so much damage on the JD, but without a demo man you can't clean it up. They actually, Duck's gonna come in, he may stop the cap on the second. Does so much damage, man salute on 10. Lego got healed up, Neva and Yo will both die. So both scouts will live with their medic, but that's not going to be a second cap. They got so close to it, but Duck, he played the long game that time, hiding in yard for what felt like the entire fight, until he managed to clean it up right at the very end.
Yeah, we saw Neva do that on Sunshine, and Duck doing a brilliant job of doing it on Granary. Big bomb in from Yer, doesn't get any damage onto JD, and just backs away. Ghosty also dies, and this is going to make it really hard for them to even contest second now. They're going to have to wait for those respawns. They're not going to be forward, and they get reset back to 11 seconds. So Yard is basically free, and Lego a little bit far forward here. Might get quite out. They want to go for the Uber exchange, actually. They're trying to keep their players alive and maybe hope the respawns can contribute to the fight, but Deadstar's flanking from behind. He's going to clean up Lego. Mansalute doesn't know he's behind as well. Can he get two? He does. And then, the rest of the players are coming in. Neva gets taken down as well. Yura's going to get taken down. Ghosty and Sawawa are the only players alive, and surely this is going to be 5-0, Michael.
Yes, Sawawa the only one alive. They're walking in. Deadstar will clean it up, add one more point to the scoreboard. He's trying to stay ahead of his medic as he will stand on the cap. JD on it. Deadstar ends with 57 points, and it's a 5-0 in favor of Grogged. Their position in high, as we are also going to be looking to bring you guys coverage of ozfortress Season 29. We've got TF Live TV. You're going to be seeing, a lot of games here. We've also got TF Live TV 2, where there was a main game going on earlier tonight, started at 8. If you're not following TF Live TV, you should follow TF Live TV, because that's the right choice. And if you're already following TF Live TV, go follow TF Live TV 2. Because we're going to see a lot more coverage on that channel this season. That is the plan. So keep your eyes peeled going forward, because we want to bring you as much of ozfortress Season 29 as we can. I don't think I've got much else to say about this game, Ceejaey. I think that might do us for the night.
I think it will. I mean, it was an exciting game. It was an exciting game, a close one and a one-sided one. But I think both of these teams have got a lot to look forward to in the season. And yeah, I'm going to be interested to keep up and see who manages to be there at the end of the season when it comes to securing those places in high.
Yeah, who knows? We might see you around, and that'll do us for the night. I'm Michael, joined by Ceejaey on the mic, and we have Wiethoofd on production. Big shout out to him for coming in and helping us make this happen. We will see you in the next game.